Okay, so up again this morning. So another thing I worry about is sometimes my next door neighbor is trying to be my dating life when I'm already dating, right? Like Matt or whoever, right? Well, what I mean by that is it's not like I'm not dating, right? I'm just not getting anybody serious. I guess I ain't got the money to pay him, and you're not gonna pay him either to talk to them like you're mean. That's another hypothetical of what's going on, right? But see, if you're treating her oddly, she's not going to want to have sex with you. That's your problem. She don't want it with me either. I know that. I'm not trying to do that. But you're pushing her away. Mm-hmm. See, what it is you're worried I'm going to be thinking of her. If you think of her, and by what you're doing, you might be right. You understand? But I know the difference between thinking about her and you really being with her is a big difference, right? She chose you, man, right? Okay, so quit trying to pretend your single next door neighbor doesn't know how to behave when it's you not behaving. Know what I mean? So again, like I said, even if the girl herself, who called herself Michelle, did something to black me out, all I told her was I forgive it, right? And she don't understand, right? She thinks she could murder me by seducing me, right? She can't, right? See, that's Samson and Delilah. And even then, Samson didn't die right away. They blinded him, but you're not blinding me, I know. Because I can see clearly now the rain is gone, right? But it's not gone yet, right? The rain ain't the problem right now, I know. It's when it becomes no rain, I know. And what that means is they done ruined the air. See, the last kingdom Satan has is the air. But he's still got 4 more days. That can be 4,000 years, right? See, here's my theory about the angel with the seven vials and the seven angels there. It's really one person who keeps trying to tell you the truth throughout the remaining 4,000 years of the tribulation period. That's me. That's you. Jesus not only resurrects me in Jerusalem if you force me to go, which I'm not trying to go, right, by the way. I'm just trying to tell you the truth they won't tell you, or didn't write out, right? Though it's written out in part in the Old and New, yes. If you combine them, you got a solid testimony for Jesus, right? But if you deny them, right, you'll think Jesus is a man like everyone else when he's not. He's more than a man, right? It's the more than a man part that other men have a problem with to not be worthy to look upon the seals anyway. That's most all of you, most all of you. anyway. And see, I know I have the desire of women. Some of you, like I said, are lusting after men, right? It's not just love, it's lust, right? But that's an angel disguised as lust, like Satan himself, right? What do you think he's teaching you? Lust, not love. No. Desire, okay, is different than lust. I desire a wife, right? A woman to be with me like a normal relationship, but I ain't found one yet, right? And like I said, she don't know Matt's doing it. She don't believe me either, so that's why I'm saying something. It don't matter. But that's my theory. He's trying to date for me, a little bit. And think of the women I would think of, so I won't think of her, but she's with him, so whether they have sex or not right now don't matter to him until they leave, right? That's what I'm thinking too, right? But see, that might be when she finally gives in. That's what I'm worried about, right? Or I might finally meet someone and then she'll finally do something with me when she's gone, right? For the day, and, I'm honest about that, right? You're creating the scenario by treating me like crap when I'm a decent looking fella, right? Unless she's being suddenly racist towards the end and told me she was really 15, right? I'm not going to remember that part. I told her why too. Because that's why I asked your age before I had sex with you, right? I was worried about this happening, right? But even if it did, you're supposed to tell me before we go into the bathroom, and after we had sex, it don't matter. You done violated the law yourself. So you're accountable not to sleep with an older man as much as I'm accountable not to be with a woman who's 15, right? But all you got to do is tell me you're 15 and I won't be with you. See, you're not listening. You confused yourself there, right? I didn't confuse you. I didn't seduce you. That was my first time in the store, right? So you took advantage of me telling me you're 37. And you can't trick me. I pay attention when I'm in the store. I behave when I'm in the store. I'm on my best behavior. Always. You weren't that day. I know. I was taking advantage of you. Yes. And whatever's going on, you're trying to ban me from the store now. That's fine. I don't care. I ain't gotta have you. But one time, 3 times, whatever. You're once, twice, 3 times a lady. Even if you don't love me. Quote Lionel Richie, right? But see, you're also then trying to entrap me because you didn't tell me you were 15 till after we were done. And after we're done, you done had sex with me. With me thinking you're 37. And you're not supposed to be working in the salon until you're 16. So you're trying to pull an entrapment. Tired of treating it like it's not you for over a year. So you had complete control. And I knew the cameras were there, so I'm trying to behave. So I'm joking around with you after that. Which you took advantage of to cost me the hour of time. And you know it. I'm not mad about it, like I told you. You gave me kind of what I want, but I don't know we really did it. Because again, I lost an hour with you. I don't know. No one else either. If the other women were trying to be with me, like I said, they're doing it in the meantime, and I might be coming in 5 minutes with them, but that's 5 minutes a shot, right? With any woman who wants to fuck me in the bathroom. And see, the problem is, I don't know I'm doing it with you, any even if you're all fucking me, right? But again, I'm not trying to fuck you all. I'm kind of monogamous too. That's the problem with her. See, I was only with her because she's the only one I really be interested in, right? She hates that too, right? She gave in. She gave in. But see, that's a skin suit, right? A slim suit. They only shared her once from a distance, right? You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. But you want to. You want to. That's another problem. You want to see the nudity, but they won't let you, so you put her in a white top. It's kind of thin, right? But did you see it or not? Right? Probably not. Probably not. But you want to see it. Don't we all? Don't we all? If you're straight, you're straight. If you're gay, you like the same sex. And that's obvious too. You go out to gay clubs, you do gay things, right? When you're gay, when you're straight, you do straight things, right? You try to date women, even if you don't find one, you're trying to. I don't know them. That's another example of the celebrity being around me who I never should have anything to do with unless they're sneaking again like you to the house at night. Trying to shut me up. I'm teasing. I know I ain't been with Maria. Just you. Trying to hide your little secret, huh? And you don't get, I know. And you're not 15 anymore either. But I don't want to just knock you up. I don't mind the sex. You don't either. You just don't want me to remember. Well, I know there's only one way you can do that, blacking me out. Which I'm what? Forgiving. You're trying to do me like Jesus was done to, right? But that's the part of it you don't know. The 7 women he was allowed to be with by grace through faith, not of works, any man to boast as well. That's what it means. Now, like this dude, I wouldn't mind that scene in my house, but I'm not like that yet. Right? And I'm not really wanting to get like that. I'm usually a one man woman. One woman man. Right? That's what I was talking to, right? But you're obviously liking it. You don't mind. You keep trying to deny it, too. You take an hour of my time and I'm going to know something happened. I told you that. That normally don't happen. If they're doing it right in the other store, what they're doing is they're doing it while I'm in there and I'm coming quick and they're bringing me back to the table and then they're shooting me at the table or something, right? And then I'm going back to eating, but I was eating before we had sex with the girl. Now, at first it was Frederica, then it became Tina a little bit towards the end, but like I said, right, I'm also trying to behave and they have to suggest it, right? I don't just try to fuck you, right? Now you can imagine it, and I'm just sitting right there watching you imagine it, and I can tell when you imagine it and when you don't, right? And it don't matter if you imagine it, I forgive it, right? I don't hold you to something unless, again, I know you're with me, and then I don't know you're with me, and if I don't know you're with me, I don't say you are, I know. But the reason I know she was with me, she took the hour first, right? So now she's got to cover it. She don't want me to know, but she knows I know, right? It's one of those catch-22 she created by lying about her age first and then being 15 when she told me before we, obviously after we did the sex, right? But it's too late then, I told her. That's entrapment, right? See, what you're not getting is you can't sleep with me either. You're old enough to know better, too. You're 15, almost 16. You're working in your daddy's store. You're trying to be more responsible, but then you're acting immature like a child if you had sex with a 50-year-old man. You get what I mean there, too, right? Maturity is pure maturity. You don't try to seduce a 50-year-old man who's looking for an Asian girlfriend, right? And then tell him you're 37 to lure him into the bathroom knowing he wouldn't live with you. You were 15, right? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I've been saying it the whole time. It just finally clicked with you, right? You were really 15. Which, like I said, all I can do is forgive that. I can't press charges, nor can you, because you know you'll get your dad in trouble. No. I told you why, too. Well, then you'll get him in trouble for breaking the law of child labor laws, right? Because with this job, you got to be 16. It's like working in the bar. You got to be 21 or 18 to work in the bar, right? Usually, it's, you can work in 18, you just can't drink till you're 21, I heard, right? As well. But certain jobs are age appropriate, right? For a reason, too. Now, if you want to work in a Burger King, yeah, you can be 14. But not a nail salon. Not a nail salon. And if your dad's letting you work, he's trying to let you make a little extra money. But again, right, you can't abuse that by trying to sleep with one of the customers and taking an hour of his time and doing so. And then tell him you're 15 afterwards. I won't remember that part. Because you don't want me to know. No. Maybe all you did was ask me not to know, and I don't know. Whatever it was. I'm that good of a person to protect you and your dad, right? But see, I'm not mad about it. Move on, move on. Unless you really liked it. Or did you? I don't know. I can't read your mind. See, that's another thing. We can't read your mind even for a prophet of God. We're guessing, like I said, and, if we're hearing the right voice. That's why Elijah didn't do everything he was told by the Lord as well. He's not sure who it is talking to him. Isn't that right? He's just hearing voices and saying, he's trying to figure out what to do. Like we all are sometimes. That's why you're saved by grace through faith, not of works, lest any man should boast. But see how he died also involved the tornado, or cyclone, or whatever you want to call it, a whirlwind, right? That's how they would describe it in Hebrew language, right? But they're basically saying Elijah was taken up in a tornado, and Elisha saw the chariots of God take him up, right? Because that was the cover, right? Half of it was for the carnal men, half of it was for Elisha to see the chariots take him up in the whirlwind, right? Well, the whirlwind is another name for a tornado in ancient Hebrew language, right? They don't word it like we word it. Because they also talked about his body being scattered to the four winds, right? Afterwards, right? Read the whole story. Because, see, sometimes you fall short, right? Of the glory of God, right? And you don't want to hear the whole story, right? It's mysterious, though, that of all David's child, only the first one with Bathsheba died, too, right? Don't you think? Don't you think? And he had a few more with her after that. Nathan, Solomon. That's at least two, and they made it. No 7-day trick. Right? And I told you why. If he did something with the dust of the temple, even if he put it in Bathsheba, it would go to child. No, it would fuck up the child. It's sand from the dust of the temple, you see what I mean? That would tear up a baby's insides, right? That's why they're to only drink milk. I know. Idiot. But that's what they didn't tell you in the story. And it would explain why the child died in 7 days. He fed it to her mom for 7 days, right? And it killed him, dumbass, right? Of course it did. Of course it did. You got sand into her milk, right? Or dust from the temple, right? But he's the only child that died too, mysteriously. Why do you think he thought it could be Uriah's? That's why. But it probably wasn't, too. But that's the first known case of what? Abortion. Yes, it is. So don't tell me God don't allow for abortion when it came to David and Bathsheba's first child, the one he thought might could be yours. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're misreading that one too. Right. But Solomon and Nathan turned out fine. He even named one after the prophet who exposed him. And you don't think that's kind of mysterious either. Okay. No, right. I'm not saying all prophets can't hear like I hear either. Samuel means he hears God. He hears God. El is God, and Samuel, Samuel is hears. Shama, hear, O Israel. And guess what? Shama, Samuel. You got it's the S, but not the M. And it's a little different. Shama, Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu, or Yahweh, Yahuwah, Eloheinu, Yahuwah, Echad, Yahuwah, Echad. That's why you can say that. Who's one, the male and female, in Christ Jesus too, right? In us all, right? If you understand what it means there, right? I almost thought it was a Harry Potter thing, but it's Shawn Mendes. Cause I'm the wanderer. I wander round and round and round and round and round. That's right. It's the name of the song, Wonder, right? I wrote it before. But anyway, I can critique it, I guess. Pretty girls on the train. And just girls and just girls. One guy, one guy. Two guys, right. He's wondering what it's like to be loved by you. That's doing a commentary on the video. He's not a saint, though. Who is? Who is? No. Even the prophets are men. No. And sometimes you forget that. Even with Jesus, he's a man, right? Human being, right? He might have even been a drunkenness, but